You just clicked on this video, which means you're either curious about why you can't seem to get anything done or painfully aware that your potential is slipping through your fingers. Don't worry, I've been there too. Distractions, endless to-do lists, and that sneaky feeling that you're working hard but not on the right things. Sound familiar? Science and a bit of personal experience can help you cut through the chaos. Why does it feel like your big dreams are always just out of reach? Why can't you focus even when you know what's at stake? Most importantly, what can you do right now to change that? In this video, we're going to answer all three of those questions. By the end, you'll not only understand why distractions hold you back, but also know exactly how to turn your wandering mind into a weapon for unstoppable progress. Stick around because I've got a free focus planner for you at the end, your step-by-step guide to turning ambition into action. Let's dive in. Step 1. Understand the root causes of distraction. You sit down, ready to conquer the world, or at least your to-do list. 5 minutes in, you're somehow watching a video about why giraffes can't jump, or reorganizing your desk for the third time this week. Let's break it down. Distractions aren't about laziness.
Nope.
Your brain loves dopamine, the little hit of satisfaction you get when you check your phone or binge TikToks. The things that matter, like studying, building your dream business, or working out, don't deliver instant rewards. Your brain says, why work hard when we could watch videos about dogs wearing hats? Sometimes, distractions aren't just fun, they're protection. Protection from what? Fear. Fear that if you actually focus and give it your all, you might fail. Now here's your first mission. Grab a pen or your phone if you can resist texting and write down your top 3 distractions. Done? Good. Now circle the one that drains your time the most. Naming your distractions is the first step to reclaiming your focus. Distractions are the wall standing between you and your ambitions. If you can't identify them, you can't fight them. Step 2. Prioritize the one thing. Let's talk about your brain's favorite trick, doing everything and nothing at the same time. You've got your calendar open, a podcast playing, and a workout plan bookmarked. All of it feels productive, but your big goals? Still gathering dust. Multitasking is a scam. You're running in circles trying to build 5 skyscrapers with one pile of bricks. That's where the one thing rule comes in. Imagine pouring all your energy into building one solid tower. Sure, it's slower, but when it's done, you've got something real, something that stands tall. Back in school, I thought I could be a straight-A student, a star athlete, and the next Ed Sheeran all at once. Spoiler, I was mediocre at all 3. Meanwhile, my friend, who focused only on her art portfolio, got into her dream college. Why? Because she chose her one thing. So, what's your one thing? What's the core goal that if you nailed it, would make everything else less urgent? Take a moment, write it down. Prioritizing your one thing isn't about ignoring the rest of your life forever, it's about focusing on what matters most. Step 3. Reframe failure as fuel. Here's a tough pill to swallow. You're going to fail. A lot. Failure isn't the enemy. Quitting? That's the real villain. Imagine this, you start a side hustle, spend hours on tutorials, perfect the logo, launch, and crickets. Your brain goes, well, I guess I suck, and you're tempted to quit. What if failure wasn't proof you're bad at something, but proof that you're trying? Think of failure like weightlifting. Every time you push past your limit, your muscles get stronger. Thomas Edison failed over 1,000 times before inventing the light bulb. He said, I didn't fail 1,000 times. The light bulb was an invention with 1,000 steps. So flip the script. Instead of avoiding failure, run toward it. When you fail, ask yourself 2 questions. What did I learn? And what can I do differently next time? Write it down. Every failure gets you closer to success. The only way failure beats you is if you let it stop you. So fail fast, fail often, and keep going. Step 4. Build momentum with the 2-minute rule. Let me guess, you've got a to-do list longer than a CVS receipt, and every time you look at it you think, maybe I'll start tomorrow, or next week, or when the planets align. You're staring at your laptop, you open the document, type the title, and immediately think, you know what would help? Cleaning my room first. 30 minutes later, your goal is still untouched. Sound familiar? The problem isn't your ambition. It's that you're stuck at the starting line, waiting for the perfect moment to begin. Your brain sees the entire task, every paragraph, every email, every hour you'll need to invest, and panics. But there's a trick to get you moving, and it only takes 2 minutes. Tell yourself you're only going to work on the task for 2 minutes. That's it. Write one sentence, brainstorm one idea, or clear just one email. Here's the magic. Once you start, your brain shifts gears. 2 minutes turned into 10, and before you know it, you're halfway through your task and wondering why you waited so long to start. When I used to dread writing scripts, I'd open my laptop and say, just 2 minutes, that's all I'll do. Most of the time, I'd end up writing for an hour. Now it's your turn. Look at your to-do list and pick one task you've been avoiding. Set a timer for 2 minutes and start. At worst, you'll have 2 minutes of progress. At best, you'll build the momentum you need to keep going. Momentum is like a snowball. Once it starts rolling, it's hard to stop. But the first push, that's all on you. Stop overthinking, start the timer, and see where those 2 minutes take you. Step 5. Break the dopamine loop. Picture this. You sit down to work on something important. But before you start, you think, I'll just check Instagram for a second. 3 scrolls turn into 10, and suddenly 45 minutes are gone. This is the dopamine loop. Small, quick hits of pleasure that keep you hooked. Every time you get a like, see a funny video, or hear a notification ping, your brain releases dopamine, a feel-good chemical that screams, this is rewarding, do it again. The problem? Dopamine doesn't care if the thing is good for you or not. But here's the plot twist. You can retrain your brain to chase dopamine from meaningful work instead of mindless distractions. Here's how to break the loop. Make distractions inconvenient. Move your phone to another room, uninstall one app that sucks up your time, or use a tool like Freedom to block websites that derail you. Reward yourself for meaningful progress. Finish a study session? Treat yourself to 15 minutes of guilt-free TikTok time. Your brain still gets its dopamine fix, but now it's tied to things that actually move you forward. At first, it'll protest. You'll miss the buzz of notifications. But over time, it gets easier. One day, you'll sit down to work and realize, wow, I didn't even think about my phone. So here's your challenge. Identify one high dopamine, low value habit that's sucking your time. Replace it with a low dopamine, high value activity, like journaling, walking, or working on your goals for just 10 minutes. Start small. Step 6. Create a morning focus ritual. Let's be honest, the way most of us start our mornings is absolute chaos. You roll out of bed, immediately grab your phone, and before you know it, you're doom scrolling through TikTok or laughing at memes about how unproductive you are. How you start your morning sets the tone for your entire day. If your first moments are scattered and reactive, your brain will spend the rest of the day playing catch-up. Instead of waking up to unread notifications and anxiety, imagine starting your day calm, clear, and in control. No rush, no distractions, just a few minutes dedicated to setting your priorities. Here's what my morning ritual looks like. 2 minutes of deep breathing. Sit still, clear your mind, and wake up your brain. Write down 3 priorities for the day. Only 3. Any more can feel overwhelming. Move. Take a quick walk, or just roll your shoulders. Anything to shake off the sleep fog. The whole thing takes 10 minutes. Now it's your turn. Trust me, it will feel weird at first, especially if you're used to starting your day in chaos. But after a week, you'll notice something incredible. You're not just busy, you're productive. So tomorrow morning, ditch the scroll. Your goals deserve a better start. Step 7. Design a distraction-free environment. Your workspace is either your productivity ally or your worst enemy. If your desk looks like a tornado hit a stationery store, you're begging your brain to get distracted. Here's the truth. Your environment shapes your behavior. When distractions are everywhere, your phone buzzing, a cluttered desk, or that snack drawer calling your name, you've already set yourself up for failure. Let me share what worked for me. I used to keep my phone next to me just in case, but every time it buzzed, I'd fall into a rabbit hole of texts and memes. So, I started putting my phone in another room during work sessions. At first, it felt weird, but without constant notifications, I could focus longer and finish tasks faster. Take 5 minutes to do a distraction audit of your workspace. Look around and ask, what here is pulling me away from my goals? Is it your phone? Put it away. Is it clutter? Pick up the top 3 things and find them a proper home. Is it noise? Use headphones or find a quieter spot. Trust me, your environment is like a teammate. Get it on your side and you'll finally start playing to win. Now, go conquer that desk. Step 8. Commit to a plan with deadlines. Let's face it, without deadlines, goals are just ambitious daydreams. Here's the problem. Ambition without a plan is like driving to a destination without a GPS. Sure, you might get there eventually, but not before taking a few wrong turns and running out of gas. What if you broke the project into smaller steps with mini deadlines? For example, finish your research by day 3, your outline by day 7, and your first draft by day 10. By the time the deadline arrives, you're polishing instead of panicking. Here's why deadlines work. They create urgency. When there's a clock ticking, your brain switches into get it done mode. Here's your challenge. Pick one goal you've been procrastinating on. Set a specific deadline, like I'll finish this by next Wednesday at 6 p.m. Then, break it into smaller tasks with mini deadlines. Write them down somewhere visible. A sticky note, a planner, or even your phone's calendar. Deadlines don't just keep you on track, they build momentum. With every small step you complete, you're closer to the finish line, and that progress feels amazing. So stop letting your goals collect dust in the someday folder. Set a deadline, stick to it, and watch how much faster you turn ambition into action. And there you have it, your survival guide to beating distractions and turning ambition into action. Now, don't just sit there nodding along like, yeah, that's good advice. Actually get up and start doing something. Write down your one thing, declutter your desk, or even just breathe deeply for 2 minutes, whatever gets the ball rolling. Because the truth is, nothing I've said here matters if you don't take that first step. Trust me, future you, the one that's crushing goals and living their dream life, will thank you for it. And hey, don't forget to hit subscribe because the only thing worse than being distracted is missing out on more ways to fix it. See you over there.